Well, good morning. Checking on YouTube, still trying to catch up. Come on, YouTube. There's YouTube probably caught up and forced the issue. And yeah, it is currently the first day of October. Yeah, sit down, make your pumpkin spice, sick people, and let's get ready for the show. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Hold on, I gotta move that video from. Okay. All right. So good morning. It's the first day of October. Good morning, Lady Dagger Status. Good to see you, Jeremy the Jester. How you doing? Lurkers in the background. A couple of y'all still trying to wake up, make your pumpkin spice lattes or whatever you're making this morning. Yeah, you might as well get some of your dehydrated cabbage and avocados and mix that into your pumpkin spice. Make it a little bit more frothy. Yeah. Anyway, and add some almond milk too. You need some nuts in your coffee. So good morning. It is currently, I don't know what temperature, but it's currently 71. Partly cloudy. UV is going to be extremely high starting at 1 o'clock, but it's only going to be 92 degrees today. Ooh, we got a cool down. Welcome to October. Ooh, Lady says, yep, and the first day to feel below 50. Feel like 47, it's 56. Well, cool. And good morning, Ziva's mom. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's see. All righty. I don't know if we're going to have a certain person here today or not because, wow, high is 70. I'll trade you. I'll take the 70 if you want the 92. But, yeah, a certain someone that's usually in chat, I have a feeling that they took my advice and went and watched Billionaire's Bunker. I believe it was yesterday, and I think they were up all night. I think they binge watched the whole thing, so they're probably still sleeping. We'll see if she pops in or not. That was a good show. I may end up watching it again this week. No idea. So luckily, I'm done with my medical appointments this week, and then I start them all over again next week. But yeah, I gotta still see. That is on Netflix, Lady Dagger Status, The Billionaire's Bunker. A little bit twist on the bunker thing to include millionaires, and yeah, it's a pretty decent show. The first episode's a little slow, like I warned y'all last week, but looks like I lost everybody there for a second. YouTube's doing their thing again. Alrighty, but let's see. Yeah, the first episode's a little slow, but you really need to watch it because towards the end it starts picking up. Then when you get into the second one, and give it at least you got to give it a 2 episode try. You're hooked on the second one. You just got to watch it through. I really don't like how it ended because they leave it in a cliffhanger season because Netflix outdid themselves on that one. Yeah, not since Black Summer do they have they really made a big show. I mean, yeah, they got the Alice in Borderland. That season's out. I need to go back and watch season one and episode 1 and 2 of season three because I fell asleep on them and I woke up and episode three was starting. So yeah, I got to go back and rewatch it all. Don't watch Alice in Borderland if you're trying to catch up at 2 o'clock in the morning because yeah, if you're still tired, you're gonna go back to sleep. But yeah, still a good show, and hopefully they didn't mess it up on the third this season. So let's see what things we got to look forward to on October since today is the first day. You can look forward to Trust Me and running late, not posting like he normally does, 6 in the morning. But I was paying bills, and I finally got the bills paid, and I had to take a break. And instead of posting this notification for this chat, I went ahead and sat down and had me a cup of coffee and watched a little bit of the news. Say October. Oh, Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah. I haven't reviewed any of the streaming services, free or not, to see who's doing what for the Halloween horror shows. So we'll see. Has anybody started decorating their place for fall / Halloween? Got your decorations out? I know Lady D had all those corn stalks, so she could be like a mini version of Children of the Corn. If she still has them up and hasn't taken the stocks down, she can do a video. She probably has to get one of her kids or her hubby to, you know, you know, do the video, and she can hide behind the stocks and come out and scare everybody like, "Rah!" But you just accepted Paul. Okay. Kicker might be he's already decorated. Now, what do you decorate with? Wood? I'm just joking. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you. And yeah, he's got a cute rescue. I can't remember that rescue's name because I watched that the day he dropped it, but eventually I'll remember. Or you'll remind me. Oh, Mike has pumpkins. Yeah, he's making homemade pumpkin spice, I bet. But let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, everybody since midnight has been freaking talking and throwing their bullshit out there because the government shut down. And who do you blame? Put in chat who you blame. Do you blame the left? Do you blame the right? Or do you blame freaking the president? I got something nobody's talking about, and you're going to be like, oh shit, that's a rabbit hole I need to go down. But let's see. Who do you blame? Do you blame the Democrats? You blame the Republicans? Or you blame President Trump? All I got to say is, yeah, if you're watching any mainstream media, I don't know why you're watching MSNBC. This ain't a personal choice. They put it out there. About the government shutdown, they got the best expert for the shutdown and the reasons for it. And they put her on a live interview. Yeah, you know who it is. That bartender. I don't even think she was a bartender. I think she was a bus girl. And yeah. But either way, let's put it this way. You know why it's really shut down? You know, the Democrats don't want to play, and it's going to sound like I'm siding one way or the other, and I'm not. But because once you see my whole theory, what's going on is you're going to see it's not conspiracy. You're going to be like, oh shit. But yeah, the Democrats played for all these years when they ran everything, and then they want to change the rules and hold everything hostage. It's true. The word hostage. Yeah. So they can't come to reality that it's all their fault. If you don't believe me, go try to find the interview with Maxine or Maxwell Pocahontas. Go see the other one with that dude from New York. Go watch the Barback girl. You know, I didn't watch the Oman one. Supposedly something happened to her before midnight last night. I don't know what, but yeah, I've been trying to watch little snippets and all that from there, but it's kind of hard when you're trying to watch foreign news agencies, so you don't pick either side. I have to watch mainstream media from the U.S. It's really biased. But either way, everybody's talking about, oh, they're blaming each other. They're blaming this. They're blaming that. No, well, let's put it this way. The American public, the stupid ones that still thinks if they're Democrats and they support the liberals and every reason whatsoever, they've already proven, if you go watch all these interviews, that the Democrats are supporting illegals. They really think, if you watch all of them, the health care is for everybody. It's a right for everybody in the world. And we have to freaking pay for it. You know what? I say, yeah, if you want to freaking, you want everybody to have health care, even if they're not an American citizen, then send your paychecks to their country. If people are coming here illegally and they have medical conditions, their country should pay for it. So send their ass back. If they're so sick, self-deport. They get a free plane ride home. They can go get all the medical care they want from their country, can't they? Well, I shouldn't have to pay for somebody else's freaking medical problems, kid or not. And I'm not being heartless. It's just a freaking fact. The American public, there's quite a few that are hurting. There's a lot that are homeless. You've seen it. You probably see it on the streets. But yeah. But you know why the Democrats really freaking pushed the shutdown? They thought, oh, yeah, they're trying to freaking keep any freaking shoestring of power they got left. They know we needed 7 Democrats to freaking vote, and we could have kept the freaking government funded until I think it was January. And then they could work out all their issues that they had that they used to shut down the government. But they didn't want to do that. Not like the Republicans did all 13 times when the Biden and everybody else was in freaking running the show. So, but either way, the Democrats, the real reason behind the scenes of everything, if you actually watch these interviews for the last year or so, well, that hasn't been a year yet. The Democrats are pissed at the American public that we freaking turn our backs to them and Trump won the election, that they lost the House, they lost the Senate. So this is payback to the American people. The Democrats are saying a big F you without verbally saying it. Don't believe me? Go down that rabbit hole and go look. You're going to be like, oh shit. Snoop Dogg, pass me a blunt. I think Trust has got something here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after you find all the freaking facts and all that, you're going to be wanting to sit there with Snoop Dogg and have a freaking blunt. But either way. So, have y'all watched anything breaking this morning? Hey, the glorious New York that is not glorious and it's not new. The ghetto land of New York, as I put it, because the Democrats are running it down like Detroit and Chicago and all these other places. They had another building freaking partially collapse this morning. That's how they take care of their constituents. They let everything fall apart. Yeah, we are being priced out of everything. And if you actually look at all those companies, and that's part of the rabbit hole, who do they give most of the money to during elections and everything else? Yeah, you're going to find out. You'll be like, holy schmoly. Yeah. All the representatives went over there trying to blame the Republicans on all of it. It's like, oh, yeah, well, they're going to make prescription prices go up. They already went up with Obamacare, which is the worst freaking thing we could have had. They're like, 4 million people are going to lose their health insurance. Hey, let's go back before Obamacare was there. How many people that were homeless that didn't have health insurance? Yeah, think about it. It was a big old scam, and most of those millions of people that they wanted to get in the healthcare system were homeless also. Why didn't they make a community and then just give people free healthcare once they registered other people that were homeless? And they had their own freaking clinics and hospitals in that little community. Take care of them so they can get on their feet. No, we had to freaking do it for the whole country, and then they want to take care of the whole world and put them into it. No, I ain't paying for some Jamaican or Filipino freaking baby that came here illegally with their folks because they decided to get the measles. No, it's the responsibility of the parents, the responsibility of the individual. Hell, nobody's paid for my health care. I All right, there you go. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I accidentally hit the freaking. Do y'all hear me okay now? There you can see my little icon. I gotta refresh YouTube because YouTube's showing a black screen. Dun dun dun. All right, there's the icon on YouTube. Okay, chat's back. Hey, good morning, Rubberneck. How you doing? Did you get a chance to watch that TV show? Was I lying? But anyway, so can anybody hear me, or am I just like I need a 5x5 or something in chat? Yeah, reports for that partial building in the I can't remember the thing. I think it was Heartland that collapsed. They're trying to say it was a gas explosion, but yeah, was it really? Hmm. Looks at the front of that brick, or the side of the building that collapsed. It looked like Oklahoma City bombing. I gotta type in a chat because nobody's answering me. I don't know. Do I stop talking because you can't hear me? My mic says it's working, but yeah. Only other way to do it is open up YouTube and yeah, well, YouTube's showing it, so hopefully y'all can hear me. All right. Well, let me go to YouTube because I got to see if somebody's in things. I can send the email out. He's still in chat, so. Ziva's mom. Oh, I know you can hear just fine, darling. I'm saying, can you hear me? I'm not saying y'all are deaf. I'm just joking with you. Okay, let me get this email going so I can get somebody up here and they can tell us about his pumpkin wunkins and talk a little bit about his come on. I don't know what's up with the internet today. Maybe they're shutting down too today. They probably like, I don't want to. When the government ain't gonna work, then nobody else is gonna work. But good thing is, yeah, police services is still going on. Mail's still going to be delivered. The only negative I see so far on everything, yeah, they're saying, oh, stock market's worried about it. Why are they worried about it? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why are they worried about it? Silver's up, gold's up. Almost I got seen go down as copper went down about $1 or so. I think it was 2%. And their price is still at 450 something. I think 457. So yeah, I know some of y'all just come for the recalls. So don't worry, we'll get to them. I gotta do this invite first. Because some of y'all, I don't want these notifications. See, some of this stuff is really freaking changed. Even StreamYard changed some stuff today. So if you use StreamYard for any reason, expect to see the changes today. All right, let's see. Go, email, go. All right, you got sent. Dun, dun, dun. And close those windows. Good morning, B. Charmin. Yep. Food keeps going up. Electric keeps going up. Kiko and Mike B says it's 54 right there. Well, hey, that's nice weather right now. But, yeah. Well, I'll tell you why the food's going up. You're buying the expensive stuff. Don't buy brand names no more. I'm just messing with you, B. So, the last time we met, B. Charmin lost her loofahs. I wonder if she located them or if she had to get more. Dun, dun, dun. Very. Okay, now I'm trying to go to the news stream. I know those recalls dropped last night, and there was one, I want to say it was cantaloupe. I don't know if it was cantaloupe. It was a fruit they got. There's, recall just recently with possible listeria. So check the FDA website. I'm not too sure if it was cantaloupe. I think it was. So nobody's gotten sick yet, but possibly listeria is affecting those. And of course, let's still talk about the radiated shrimp. Ew. Zucchini, peppers, and coops. Dun, dun, dun. So, I was gonna make tacos yesterday for Taco Tuesday, and I wasn't feeling it. So what did I have? I had something cheap and easy. I don't even remember what it was. I made something. So I just didn't have the energy, and my neck's still kind of creaking, hurting today. But hey, Free Hanley, how you doing? Well, thank you, darling. Thank you for that video. Yeah, she's got there's a contest that she's going on. If you haven't been keeping up with Free Hanley, you need to go over there and look at that contest. You got to support her and watch the videos and give her a thumbs up because it's pretty awesome. Now, I'm not entering it because I would feel bad if my name got picked. And I know there's other people that are drooling over the stuff that's there. So, but I still give the thumbs up. Well, okay, we got somebody backstage, but since I wasn't prepared, so I was still trying to fix these audio issues. I guess we're gonna do this. We got to give them some music. Please welcome the guy that impresses B. Charmin. All right, Mike. Good morning. Good to see you. Hopefully, you brought your wood with you because B's looking for that wood.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I actually got the last two cords of my wood. It came Sunday, and I did that all the other day. I did it all in one day because I just wanted to get it done.
Mm-hmm. So you're done with the wood. Did you make sure that you brought some in and ready so you don't have to run out there when it's really, really cold and grab some?
Oh no, I got this that rack near the house where I put the stuff and I can just grab it out there. I'm not gonna after that ant tree. I can't chance bringing it in the house and leaving it in there with ants with the carpenter
Mm,
ants.
okay.
It goes right from there right into the stove.
Well, well, I understand that one, especially how ants like to freaking go in that stuff. One thing worse than ants is the queen ants when they get in that wood because they like to fly out when it gets disturbed. And termites, yeah, both of
Yeah,
those.
the ones with the wings, and I actually might get some more wood too, because they're putting all these new telephone poles on the street, and then I end up closing my street because the other day when they were putting the pole in, they hit one of the water mains.
Uh huh.
They fixed that, and now they gotta cut some trees down. And the guy said, if you want the wood, I can have it. So if there's any left, because they got to mulch the branches and stuff, if there's any left, I said I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been trying to get my son to go out there clearing, I want to say like 18 acres on the side of the highway near his house. And they put it on Marketplace. Hey, we're cutting it down. You want the wood? Come get it. It's free. They're just trying to clear the land and all that because I guess they're going to build something there. And he still hasn't gone out there, but eventually I tell him, hey, you might not be able to use it this year. Maybe you can, but it'll be good to get and pick a stockpile for next year because I ain't giving them no wood next year. I'm down to less than half a cord for myself. So, you know, all the wood I cut
I,
from all the things.
I never pass up the opportunity to get free wood because I mean this guy I've been getting the cords from. The price is still $250 a cord, which is great because inflation and everything. But next year it's going to go up,
Yeah,
and yeah, this winter is going to be bad. I've heard.
yeah. But now I understand why he had those stalkers for so long. We know who it was. Pretty sure it was Frog, but you know which stalker I'm talking about because you make statements like you never pass up free wood. Yeah, it's too
Oh
early.
yeah,
You know our crowd. Come on now, Mike.
Yeah, that guy. I remember he came up pretending to be me, and I was cleaning the basement that day because I had somebody had to come in and pray something, and then I'm like, I was just lurking. I'm like, that's not me. So I typed in capital letters, "It's not me."
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna. People in chat are being misinformed, and I'm gonna correct it now without calling the person out. But all right, this loofah issue. The reason it's brought out, we found out that B Charmin lives in a community where a lot of people drive the golf carts, and they hang different colored loofahs, and there's different reasons for those loofahs. And yeah, since she lives right there next to the community, I asked her about it, and yeah, and I'll have to find that stream and replay it again. She'll be like, yeah, be charming. We love you. Have you figured out when you're going to start going back to the Waffle House? Because, the local community wants to know. Hey, you
Lady
guys.
D says she keeps a small bag of chopped wood in case of she has to cook on the grill in the winter.
Should get charcoal too. Yeah. Because you know what you can do with the charcoal, right? After you burn it down and all that, the
You can
ashes
turn
on
it
it.
into active.
Yeah.
You can turn it into activated charcoal. Well, depending on what charcoal it is, if it's still, you don't want to get the ones with the chemicals. You want to get regular charcoal to do that.
Yep. You get that activated charcoal because you want to
Because
use that.
you can even do that with regular wood too. On a campfire, you just make sure you don't want to use any of that treated wood. Just regular wood. Just the coals. Once it's all black and charred and everything, just get that, ground it up, and then do what you need to do. You put it in a container, let it sit, and then turn. That stuff comes in handy. I have some of that on my person at all times.
Yeah. I got a couple of bags of charcoal. No chemicals. Haven't used them. I've still had them well, before the lockdown. So I don't even think I have to throw anything on it in order to light it because it's so dry now. I'll probably just light with a freaking match. She got activated charcoal on her sweatpants yesterday from making pills. Well, when you burn your wood, keep the ash because you can mix the ash in your ground in your garden. That'll help out. Just make sure when you put it in your garden that the crops that you plant will accept it. I don't know if all plants will. I think some bushes and fruit trees may not like it, but I think everything else really doesn't matter. So, Mike, how's your new addition to the family doing?
Oh my goodness, she is so freaking adorable. Oh my god,
Now, what's her name again?
Willow.
Willow. Okay, see, I got to remember that. Willow.
And I'm gonna know for sure because Saturday the 11th she's going to the vet for the first time, and I'm gonna see if she's really blind in that eye. Because what I've been noticing is she kind of looks at that, so I don't know if it's just the angle or the eye. I'll find out the Saturday the 11th.
Yeah. Well, she
Yeah.
is a cutie though. When I saw that video.
Oh god, I got the video of her going up today, and I got the other one going up Friday where she let's just say she put her claws in my pant leg and climbed all the way up, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And you can watch the video if you want, but holy crap, did that hurt! And she's only 8 weeks old too.
Yeah.
I gotta watch her in the kitchen too, because she'll be somewhere playing, and I'll turn around and poof, she just appears in it. She made friends with Julio. The
Mm-hmm.
littlest Pitty doesn't like her. Stardust doesn't like her. The dog loves her, so
Yeah. I'll be usually already in bed when all the freaks and golf carts come out to the neighborhood.
Yeah, one of my neighbors, her name's Lisa. She goes around the neighborhood sometimes and that, and she drives a golf cart. I mean, she has a regular car, but this is the boonies, so she has that just for recreation to go up and down and just see what's going on.
Hmm. So I haven't watched the weather too much because I've been too busy doing everything else with medical appointments and everything. And yeah, but I think the hurricanes are skimming by the eastern U.S. May bring rain. Hopefully not a lot, but enough to cool it down. That's it. I know we're supposed to get a cold system coming in. The northern tier of the country, probably the northeast, in a couple of days will get it. No, the Colorado Mountain or the Rockies, should I say, have already got them freaking snow. And yeah, if the system keeps building up, it may move down to the Midwest and a little bit more south than what they were expecting initially. So you just got to sit and watch. Meanwhile, Texas is going to be in the 90s for the next week. Can't tell you what it's going to be next week, but it may be a little bit cooler. Right now they're claiming 90s, but and no rain. But I think that's going to change with this system. If Oklahoma gets snow, we're going to get rain. That's usually how it works. But it beats having tornadoes and hailstorms. That's all I got to say. And dust storms. So, did you do
Kind of.
anything great over the weekend in these last 2 days? Since I've been
I
out of the
just
loop.
been just been doing the wood and rototilled part most of the garden up.
Mm, you're already doing the pre-spring stuff since you're rolling tilling.
Oh yeah, get it ready for next year ahead of time.
Yeah.
What day was it? I think it was a few days ago. I'm trying to think what day it is because I don't know if Lady D saw this or not either. Because I was down in the basement. Was it today's what? Today's Wednesday. I think it was Monday or Sunday. So I'm downstairs and I'm looking outside, and the sky was this really, really, really bright pink. So I ran out and got some video of that with my cell phone, and the moon was all messed up too. I don't know if you saw that in your area a few days ago, Lady D, but the sky was just really, really pink. It was weird. And the moon, something's off with that. It didn't look like the moon. It really didn't.
Well, they're predicting since the moon is supposedly pulling away from the Earth's gravitational pull, I think it's like 2 inches a year, that eventually we're not going to have the moon, supposedly. I don't know how true that is because, I think it's one of those hypotheses the scientists are doing. They don't know.
Lady D stays inside, gets inside before dark because of werewolves.
Yeah, I saw a freaking thing on YouTube that supposedly there's a epidemic in New York. People get bit, they turn into werewolves. So she may have something. Yeah.
So I wonder if those prices are going to kick in today because that's what I heard that the beginning of October, the food prices and coffee are going to skyrocket.
Yeah. I was wanting to go to the grocery store, but I just wasn't feeling it this morning. And I didn't know it, before the sun came up, if, that would be wise if I have an issue or episode or something, and having to call, try to wake up my kids, come get me.
My
So,
dad, he stocked up on his coffee. He's got like I think like 19 of them because, like I said, it was 10, then it was 15, then went to 19, then it was 21, then it was 25. I don't know what it is now, and I mean it's pretty much lean times for everybody. You got to make stuff to stretch the stuff and that, and just instead of making the full amount of coffee, just water it down a little bit.
well, that's why I went to the K cups. I make an individual cup. I used to make a pot. I mean, I've been trying to cut back on my coffee and everything else, but I mean, I still got so much coffee beans, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm already starting to look for like I want to find a banana tree that I can plant in the spring. I'm gonna wait till after winter to order. I just want to freaking get an estimate and mark it and get a banana tree to put in the backyard and a couple others. And
Unless you make feels like unless you make 150,000 a year, because everything is pricey. If that Lady D, unfortunately, everything's pricey, and it just every time I go to the store, everything keeps going up a few cents, a dollar, $2.
you know,
I have been keeping an eye on the ramen every time I go though, because one day it was 30 cents and it jumped to 47 cents, and then they drop a can of orange juice, $10, 40 something cents for that, a gallon of orange juice.
uh, yeah. Now, I haven't even hit that's this thing, but I completely agree with him because the military, especially the fat people, especially the ones that like to get on TikTok, a lot of people don't realize all the military, active and reserve, even retired are under the ECMJ. They don't push the retired as much, but the active and the reserve and the guard have to meet certain specifications, and they give you time if you get overweight to get back into that. But that was part of the reason why I was deployed 7 out of the last years of my time in service. Yeah, look at it, 7 years, almost constantly deployed because we had all these people that outranked me that should have been deploying that had the qualifications like I did, and they always had some freaking issue health-wise because of their weight to not deploy. So I ended up, I'd come back, they barely do the very minimum before I came back and had to deploy again. So yeah, all those FFs, as I call them, yeah. And the ones on TikTok, you're not supposed to freaking do any of your opinions and all that in uniform. Those right off the bat should have freaking lost a stripe or got booted. And they're saying you can't have your freaking private opinion, but you cannot be in uniform doing that stuff. And you find a lot of that on TikTok. I mean, they're stupid.
B says, I have banana trees, have yet to get nanners off of any of them. Hey, B, how long have you had your banana trees? Because sometimes it takes a few years. Because I know when I got my lemon trees and that, depending on what kind it was, it takes like 3 to 5 years for it to even to start to grow fruit.
Yeah. But every year you're supposed to clip them too. Because once they do start producing, unless you get the ones that are like real tall and you got to climb to get the bananas from. But yeah, once those limbs produce the bananas, they won't produce again. You got to clip those. So it makes new branches to the following season to grow more bananas. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about banana trees. So I had to laugh because my mom got a mess load of banana trees when we had our new home, and they ended up being palm trees, not banana trees. I felt so bad for her. And those suckers were growing. Man, last time I saw them at that house before they sold the house, they were like, I think 15 feet tall.
I never knew that about banana trees, but I've never had one. The only thing I know about bananas is when you if you find a banana tree and you go to pick the stuff, especially if you're in a tropical climate, you gotta watch out for those big spiders that like to hide up in there. Nope.
Yep, that's one thing there. But hey, if you've been in the desert and you can deal with camel spiders, you can deal with any of the freaking fruit spiders. Most of the time, the fruit spiders, they're more to get the fruit flies. They like to bother the fruit. So sometimes those spiders are good for you. You just got to watch them when you're trying to pick stuff.
I finally took care of that stupid yellow jacket nest too.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Did you blowtorch it?
Yeah, no.
Can
I
of
just
Raid
I
and a lighter. Raid.
I was gonna do the fish in the water bucket, but I ended up getting 8 more cans of the that wasp spray in that, and I just kept saturating it every morning and every night. I just kept doing that, and then finally there's none left.
Yeah. I think I used the black flag wasp killer. I ended up only having to do it once, but of course I didn't let the nest go too big, and it froze them. I mean, they immediately dropped once they got in the foam, and as soon as they all dropped, I freaking knocked that nest down. I was like, dun dun, over.
Well, the thing that sucked for this nest is because with the bay window, instead of the hole being like where you can see it was up underneath the bay window,
Yeah.
and the nest, as far as I know, it was going in to where the insulation is, where the sheetrock is, because a few of them ended up starting to get in the house and that, and took care of them too. But yeah, it's because I couldn't spray directly the nest. I just kept having to saturate the hole.
Ah,
And
okay.
yeah, if I could have got to the nest, I would have got that in like one day. But it's just because of the position where the nest was. It's
Yeah.
like when it gets colder, I got to tear all that up and get the nest out. I'll make video of that and I'll have to fix it in that. But I know it's in the back where the sheetrock is. It's where the insulation is.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. That's gonna be a little bit a nice project for you, especially
As long
sealing
as I
that
do,
hole up.
yeah, get the nest out of there and then just put the sheetrock, put more insulation because I know that insulation wherever it is, they shoot all that all up and everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lady D, I don't know if I could wait 2 years to get pineapples. It was hard enough with the lemon trees that I grew before. I still need to get one from there too because I want to grow more lemons. I mean, I'll take limes, but I'd rather have lemons. The bad thing with lemons are usually the first ones that come off the first batch, they're no good. So you might as well just cut them open and take the seeds to replant and wait for the second one. And that still takes a little bit of time for the lemons.
And with the rest of the lemons, after you deseed them, just let them sit for a while. Then you can put them in your compost heap.
Yep. 'Cause I've been making lemon water religiously, and of course the skin and the insides. After I drink all the water, freaking, I just put them in the bucket and then I put them in the compost pile. Which I'm not doing too much compost because I don't have that many leaves falling yet. But when they do, like in the spring, I'll make a new compost pile. But I've been using cardboard for the ground.
Yeah,
Mhm.
lots of people, lots of people are disappointed around here because they all come up from New York and that to see all the foliage and everything, and it's not it's awful this year. They turned a little bit of colors and then it just turned brown and everything. It's because we've never, some of the towns here in that never ever experienced any droughts until these data centers were popped up in that. I mean, I noticed it with the trees too. I'm like, that's not normal for here.
You know. Well, one of the tricks is that, I'll go back to the cardboard thing is like on your trees and all that, you need to put cardboard on the base where the roots are. And of course, cover up with dirt and all that other stuff. Don't use fertilizers and all that. Just use cardboard. That's going to bring the freaking earthworms, as long as it's not colorful. It's just plain brown cardboard and no writing, no tape and stuff on them. After a while, the earthworms just show up and they'll do their thing, and the nitrates and everything else that the earthworms give the ground. And while the cardboard's trying to break apart and it rains, guess what? The water stays on the cardboard. It doesn't soak all the way down where the data centers can suck that water up. Now, if you got a big yard like Mike does, that's got to be a lot of freaking cardboard. But, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, because I asked that guy that was doing the trees and that the one that's doing the one on the street,
Yeah,
if you could take this tree down near it's the one near my woodshed, and that
yeah,
because it's half dead and it's kind of lean and he can't get his truck down there. I said, well, you can go around this way, but his truck's freaking huge. It's heavy and that because he wanted to come up on the land where my other shit is, but he can't because my septic tank's right there,
yeah.
so he can't do that. So I'm gonna have to hire somebody else. I do it myself, but I do not want that hitting the deck because if that hits the deck, that deck is gonna go and ugh.
Yeah, no, I understand that. You
So
start putting, is
I'd
that
rather pay
tree?
extra money to do that instead of have to trying to do it myself and save money than hit the deck and then I'm gonna have to have that replaced. It costs me even more than to take the tree down.
Yeah. Well, check to see which side the roots are on too, because the roots on the other side, if that tree falls and is pointing towards the deck, yeah, the deck's gonna go. But if you got more roots on the side where the deck is, then you might be safe. I would probably do improvise thing and try to use gravity and everything else. Put some spikes, heavy spikes into the dead tree, and get some decent freaking rope and pull it real tight. I mean, crank tight to the other side to pull the tree away. So if it ever goes, it's going to go the way it's being pulled. But
Yeah,
it really depends on the roots.
I got this really, really nice thick nylon rope. It's nice
Yeah,
and braided in that. I've been using that for the trees for a while, but I don't know if it's gonna do. I don't know if I can do it with this one because this tree, it's not a regular tree. This thing's huge.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Oh, of course, when I was going there. Lady G wants a fancy coffee drink, but she's not paying $9, so she goes to the cafe. Well, this is what you do. This is why you go to Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or whatever, and you get those little umbrellas that you put in drinks. Make a cup of coffee, throw some whipped cream on top of it, sprinkle some cinnamon, and put a freaking put an umbrella on it. There you go, fancy coffee. Dun dun dun.
All
But
these
we know,
price hikes and everything is gonna put Starbucks and a lot of places out of business because nobody's gonna be able to go there and buy this stuff anymore because they're not gonna afford it, even though they can't afford it now either.
yeah, well, yeah. But on that Hessa speech, a lot of people were ragging on him and all that. But he was in the military. He did special team stuff, and I'm in par with him, especially with the generals. If you've never been in the Pentagon and ever watched some of those videos and you see them like, how the hell? I know they got injuries and all that, but you could still be on a diet. You could still go to the gym. Hell, they got more freaking time off as a freaking general or a full bird colonel. to freaking go to the gym. They probably got them in the Pentagon, so they don't even have to go anywhere. They can do it while they're there, have their meetings while they're working out. So no excuses on that part. Lady wants to know, we've seen the cold foam cans of creamers. I haven't tried. No, I haven't seen those. But if you're having to make a creamer, it probably has all this bad stuff in it that you don't want, the additives. So
Yeah, they had to buy the special canned cat food for the kitten because you can't. Some of the regular canned cat food you can give them if it says for kittens, but most of it you can't. So I had to get some of that.
okay, if you go, this ain't a recall, but if you go to the grocery store quite a bit to buy fruits and vegetables, you may want to check out starsinsider.com. Well, Trust, why do we need to see starsinsider.com? They got a story about which produce is most contaminated with pesticides. Should check that out to see if some of those. And you're like, that's okay. I wash mine. How well do you wash them? Do you scrub them? Do you use baking soda? Yeah, yeah. You want to get as much pesticides off there because you don't want to ingest that or have your family ingest it. That's right. Growing your own is a whole lot better.
No, Lady D, I don't feed the kitten milk. I mean, it's one of those old wives' tales where they do drink the milk, but it's not recommended for them because it's really not good for them. I just give. She has a special dry food I get, and the special kitten canned food I get for her.
Yeah.
And with her, I gotta feed her at least 5 to 7 times a day. Give her 1 tablespoon, put her up on the counter because I can't put her food with other cats' food because my other cats are pigs and they'll end up eating that on her. So I got to put that on the other side.
What's the one for, Mike?
Well, that was to see Lady D's comment. I couldn't see it with the heart.
Oh, okay. Okie I just see it on StreamYard. I haven't gone to YouTube, so. But I don't know. So what are you gonna be doing today?
Just watching my crockpot spaghetti. That's about it.
Yeah.
I've been busting my ass all last month, so I'll take a day. Well, I did my regular work, but I'm gonna take a day for myself, and then yeah. So, what are you planning on doing today?
Uh, I got it. Well, unless my son calls or texts me saying he's coming to pick up the rent check, I can go try to take the rent check since rent's due. That's one thing with the shutdown. Retirees still get their paychecks because that's all funded already. So
Yeah, because a lot of people were worried about their Social Security and that. I told them, I said, you'll you'll still get your Social Security, but the thing is, they're not going to have as many people in the Social Security area doing that. There's a lot of them there. They're not going to be working, so there will be some delays, but you will get it.
yeah, some services are going to be cut down, but there's a lot that are still open, still able to do. Like so, the post office is still open, fire, police, stuff like that. The parks are closed, so it sucks if
Yeah.
you went to DC to see the monuments and stuff. Well, you can still see them, you just won't have security there. In
Who
this
would
day
want to
and
go to
age,
DC with all the National Guard there? And yeah, Lady D did start the one thing on my lives.
yeah. Unfortunately, the last couple of times on your lives, I've shown up and you're already shutting off. I'm like, damn it. So I just give the thumbs up, then I turn around, wait for you to end it so I can watch it.
I might do a live sometime next week in the morning with the a cooking thing maybe, and then a live with Willow to see her goings on, what her daily routines are, what she does, and
That sounds like a great deal. Well, I know for sure Monday I got appointments, so I definitely won't be live on Monday. Tuesday, I think it's in the afternoon, but I'm not too sure. Might have to wait till next week's Wednesday. So I don't know. Oh, stop. Me personally, with this shutdown, after these politicians that took, I think they had a 2 weeks off or what, I don't know. They should not be able to leave DC unless it's a medical emergency and has to be approved. And they do leave, then they don't get paid until they freaking fix the budget. And when they finally open it up, come back, that's the only thing they should be working on. Nothing else will be worked on. They got to fix the freaking budget. Argue it all they want. No
Rubbernecker,
holidays, no Halloween, no freaking Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no New Year's till they fix the freaking budget.
Rubbernecker, my favorite alcoholic beverage is a whiskey sour. I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because weren't they on vacation like a few weeks before the shutdown or something?
Yeah. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, we were trying. And of course, the Democrats like, well, the Republicans were here this whole time. No, you weren't. You're on freaking vacation, bitch. I even knew they were on vacation.
I have about one or two or three a night, Rubbernecker, it all depends. Or more sometimes.
What do you drink?
Whiskey sours.
Ah, I'll have the sour part. You can have the whiskey. I save all my stuff for medicinal purposes only.
Well, I got a crap ton of vodka I put back for whenever the crap hits the fan, because I got the bunch of Smirnoff, the 110 proof, and sorry, excuse me, I got some other cheap ones that are like 80 proof, but it's
Yeah,
good to have all that stuff put back, and let that stuff like salt and honey, that'll never go bad, and plus it'll never freeze either.
yeah. Hey, explain to Lady D what a whiskey sour is. I gotta go look outside and see what this noise is. I wonder if they're cutting a tree down in my neighbor's house.
You gotta hold on, I'll be right back.
Woohoo! Did you explain to Lady D what a whiskey sour was? Oh, he muted himself. He ran
All
away.
right, I'm
He got
sorry. I had to step away for a minute.
he got stage fright. Well, next time if I gotta walk away, I'm just gonna go, okay.
All it is, lady, is you put some egg whites in it. You put some lemon juice, and you can do some tangerine if you like. But I want to recommend I don't do the tangerine, and then you just put it in a one of those things. Well, I stir it. They say shake it, but I like to stir it.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Okay, James. Rubberneck's the Captain Morgan type of person. Now, my question,
I
Rubberneck, is when you make one of those and you're having it, do you lift your leg up like the commercial? I always wondered. I've never tried rum, so I can't really say I like it or not. But
when I used to go to bars years ago, I always enjoyed a rum and coke. Those were good.
I did used to like Canadian Mist with 7, but yeah. Hey, guess what? Guess what I read?
But
Jack Daniels, after like 45 years, stopped giving free cattle feed to the farmers or the ranchers in Tennessee.
oh wow.
Yeah. Well, it's like, hey, they had 45 years, Everything's going up, and they probably need to freaking start trying to make a profit instead of freaking just losing up in the community. Come on, Tennessee's been getting all this free stuff to feed their cows. Did these ranchers give them a couple of cows every few years, as payment for helping them out? I guarantee you not. So
Yeah, I've just been on a. I like Coke. I like Dr. Pepper's my number one. Sprite's my number two. I'll have my soda with my dinners, but I've been on a lemonade kick pretty much all summer long. I really have this regular lemon juice, no sugar, anything like that.
hmm,
Lots
that's
and
good.
lots of ice.
That lemon water is good for your freaking organs, especially your kidney and liver, or should I say kidneys, because you have 2. So
Yeah, because Reverend Necker, I Sprite's my number two, but I remember going into restaurants, and this was way, way, way back then, because I haven't been in a restaurant I don't know how many years. I like always get a Sprite, and they'd always have Sierra Mist instead. And then
yeah,
now you can't find Sierra Mist anywhere. They changed it over to that they call it Starry now. It's the Starry lemon lime soda.
yeah.
And I got a couple of them like a few years ago just to try them. And if I knew the little bottles, it's registers. If I knew they were over $3 a piece, I would have just got one because I did want to try it. They were good, but over $3 for a bottle of that,
Wow.
16 ounces.
Question is it really 16 ounces, or are they counting the weight of the container as part of the ounces of the
Oh,
16?
because what I've noticed now, I don't know if any of you notice it, but with my canned soda, I had this glass I always use sometimes if I don't drink it out of the can. I'll pour it in the glass and there's not as much soda in there. And I figured, what's going on? Is it the same glass? And look, it says 12 ounces, but they're doing something with it. There's not as much soda in the cans anymore as they were. It's not because I did that before and it was always filled up. Now it's a little more than half full. Before it'd be all filled up in the glass.
Yeah.
And with the Denti Moore beef stew that I've been doing. There's hardly any meat in them anymore, and then the clam chowder. There's hardly any clams in them anymore either.
Oh wow. That's the
It's
case.
the
You don't want to have the clam chowder. It's probably radiated clams anyway.
yeah, it's the chunky the uh, Campbell's chunky clam chowder, and then the Denti Moore. I had that. Then I'm like, okay, maybe it was just the can. So I had another can another day because I always do that when I have when I was doing the wood in that or the clam chowder. I'm like, okay, this one's got a lot of meat in it. And I looked, I said it was an older can. So then after I did that, I had a couple more cans, during the time I was doing the wood, and yeah, this very, very less meat in them and just lots of potatoes. And I noticed too with the potatoes, lots of them they're burnt. It looks like they're burnt, and it's
Oh
not from
wow.
cooking because you take it out of the can, you can see them. I should make. I'm gonna make a video of that next time I have the beef stew. I'll make a video of that
Yeah.
because the carrots have little black burnt pieces on, and the potatoes do too.
Yeah. Yeah. The cans of chicken and dumplings that I have. Um, this is before the shrinkflation really hit, but there's not as much chicken in them. They fill that puppy with freaking dumplings though. So what I do is I get a can of chicken and I just mix it in there and then I cook it. I want more freaking. Yeah, Rubberneck says rotten spots. You know,
Yeah, and then with the chicken noodle, I don't eat the canned chicken noodles much anymore. But when I do, it's pretty much the condensed one. It's pretty much all broth, a little bit of noodles, and maybe 3 to 5 pieces of little bits of chicken if you're lucky.
you know. Good morning, Walco Services. He wants to know how bottled water is more expensive than gas. It's because you're paying for the plastic to wrap and the plastic for the containers. And, they found several of them there just using tap water, not even filtered. And they're just claiming that they process it and stuff. So, yeah, I'd be really, really doing my research on those bottled waters because a lot of them have the plastic stuff in them.
Yeah, and around here, all the natural springs that we have, because I know where pretty much all of them are, that you could go there, fill jugs up of spring water and all that other stuff, and now they've all been locked up for the past summer. I wonder why that is.
Yeah. But that's how I went to the 3 to 5. The stuff I normally use instead of stuff I've ordered pallets of and keep locked up. And I do rotate some of it every once in a while, especially if the temperatures get too high or too cold. We got to check on it. But I'm still gonna, when if everything collapses and I got to start, I'm still gonna filter all that water. I still
I
want to try.
remember, I remember when I first started prepping, and this was way, way, way back. It was 2007. I started doing stuff, and I ended up getting this. This was in the beginning, okay, because I didn't know much then. I got this plastic clear Sterlite, and I put some canned chili in there, some beef stew, some potted meat, and a few bottles of water, and I buried it. And I didn't bury it below the frost line, okay. And like I said, I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
Oh,
So then, like it was about 2 years ago, I decided to go and dig that up, and I did. And the whole thing was saturated with water. Now the backpack, I actually had a backpack in there. I dried that out. That was perfectly fine.
mm-hmm.
The bottled water, that was I chucked that. The knife I had in there was still good, and that the all the cans that I had, all the labels fell off of them because
Oh,
it was it because for like I think it was in the ground for 10 years, so it froze, it heated up, it froze, it heated up, it froze, it heated up all that time, and
yeah.
then I knew what the potted meat was, so and then I tried the potted meat. The potted meat was fine. Then I opened up the can of what I thought was beef stew, and it smelled funny. And I'm there like, I don't think I should eat this. And I realized it wasn't the beef stew; it was the chili. I ate that. That was fine. And I'm like, okay, and the beef stew was fine too. So this stuff was in the ground for 10 years. It froze. It thawed out. Froze. It thawed out, and it was perfectly fine. And I still can't believe that bag. That was a good bag. It was waterlogged, and it just I dried it out. It's perfect, and it's a nice camo one too.
Mm-hmm. My big question is why, if you're paying for water services where you live, are you buying bottled water? Dun dun dun. I know the reasons because I still use the stuff, and every once in a while I filter some, but normally when I filter the tap water, I filter it and take that to my son so he can give it to his dogs. Because I used the 5 gallon jugs that I had. I only had like 4 of those. I fill those up when they run out, and because I filter them and all that, boil it, filter. Because I used to just give the animals freaking just normal tap water. Well, animals will freaking build up all that plastic in them too. So yeah, and all the chemicals that the water stations put in there. Not
Yeah,
one
I
thing.
always
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I always say this scenario too. What if the crap does happen, right? And let's say it's you and your significant other or whatever. It's just you, and there's no marauders, nobody's coming to get you or anything, and you're just there surviving. You're doing your daily routine. eventually you will run out of canned food and crops do fail, and you'll have to go scavenging. And let's say this is you're good for 5 years, you have to go scavenge. You find
Yeah.
the canned food and it's past its best by date. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna be hungry as long as the can ain't bulging. Because I've eaten canned food that's been dented and it's been sitting there for 8 years. There's nothing wrong with that as long as it's not bulging. And like with the coffee and cigarettes, yes, coffee will go stale, cigarettes go stale. But at that point, you're gonna smoke them or you're not gonna. You know,
Yeah.
'cause you see the movie The Postman, right? When he found that thing that that cigarette machine, he opened it up. He says, "I'm rich."
Yeah. Yeah. Or the movie Resident Evil. I think it was the second or the third one. The one with the Vegas thing when they're traveling. And they're passing out cans and they've got no labels and the guy's shaking it. Oh, chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, like with the yeah, the a really good one is the movie The Road, because I remember that one scene where they're walking and you see all this money, all this old money on the ground, all this old jewelry. Then he comes across this old Coke machine and he finds the can of Coke in there.
You know.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. And yeah. Well, co says I agree. Distilling your water is good also because the steam is pure. I was watching videos on that the other day, trying to figure out with all the stuff I have how to make a system where I could do that. I'd do it out in the garage, so I got too much stuff going on in the house where I need to do some of that stuff outside.
Lady D, the best way I can describe potted meat is the consistency of like liverwurst or veal loaf, and it's spreadable and it's extremely salty. It's very high in sodium, but it's good. I like it.
San Antonio,
So if any of y'all are ever wondering on what you can make on the cheap if things go sour and what you should be saving, check out one called trying to see where the thing is.
San
Oh, there's a YouTube site called the America We Remember. Check out the videos there. They post a lot of freaking meals,
the Depression was
basically before and during and after the Depression, and they show you everything that goes in it. They won't say, "Oh, you need a thing of ground beef." They just say they use ground beef. They use this. They use that. But they make into stories and they give meals. The one I watched this morning was 25 tasty Mexican foods served at Fiesta San Antonio in the 1930s, and it was actually pretty decent. And I'm like, hey, I know how to make that one. Ooh, I've been wanting to learn that one. Ooh, I should make that one. Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't had that in a while. Yeah, Beach was like, I'd smoke a stale cigarette. Oh, me too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And coffee grounds too. I don't care how bad the coffee gets. Until you live, you know, out in the woods in bad weather, bad conditions, and drink army coffee day in, day out, no cream, no sugar, just straight black coffee. Um, yeah, you'll be peeling off some chicory to make some coffee or drink old coffee grounds instead
B,
of
how
having
old's
that
your
army
banana
coffee.
tree?
Huh?
How old's your banana tree be? Because like I said before with the lemon tree, sometimes it takes a few years to produce fruit. And Lady D, I just don't eat the potted meat on a sandwich. I put mustard in it, some pepper. I put the Walmart cheese and that. It's good stuff. I know the Walmart cheese ain't good for me, and I know the potted meat ain't good for me, but I do like it once in a while.
Yeah. No. I haven't ordered the banana tree yet. I'm trying to see the best place to order one. So I want to have it shipped and I don't want it too tall, maybe 2 feet or whatever. Probably the biggest, 3 feet max. If I could find one like that. I want to bury it and grow it, and so it'll take a little time. But I haven't already got a spot for it. I've been going through that doing a walk in the backyard, figuring out what I want to plant where and all that. Because if we have a hard winter, like we're expecting in the U.S. this year, then that cardboard's gonna really do its job and make that ground ready and moist to do stuff. Hey, Beach Charming wants a liverwurst sandwich. Yeah, I don't like liver. Sorry.
Liverwurst is kind of different than liver because I tried liver twice, regular liver, but the liverwurst is pretty good. I like it, especially when they cut it. They cut it nice and thick. That stuff is good.
Yeah, it's like spinach. I cannot eat cooked spinach, but I can have spinach if it's like zuppa toscata with a keto, or if it's just fresh spinach leaves that I put in this a homemade sub. But cooked spinach, I cannot stand. I don't know if it's the texture that way, or but yeah, I don't know.
It's like cooked spinach is like you got to do it right because if you 9 times out of 10 it'll be all mush.
Well, I got a can of Popeye spinach one time and followed the directions to cook it, and no, Popeye, you lied. I'll just stick to my Flintstone vitamins. They did a whole lot better. And yes, they still sell Flintstone vitamins. If you haven't got any, well, look at it next time you're in the Aspinall and or the Vitamal at your store and see the price of them. And I'm not talking about the gummies. I'm talking about the ones we grew up with the chalky taste and all that. Yes, I do have a couple of bottles. I was going to get another one just to have three, and when I saw the price, like, nope, never again, never more. Lady
Might
D's like,
inflation get it too?
I don't know. They still have, they got the bottles at 250. The bottle's a little smaller, but they still got the 250 in there. I don't know. I didn't buy one of the smaller bottles, but that price definitely went up. As long as they didn't add anything to make it cheaper, yeah, I guess the price increase is okay, but nah. Lady says her Costco has canned broccoli. I don't know. That was the thing. I don't know if I would trust canned broccoli. I'd rather get fresh broccoli. I get frozen broccoli, but I'd get, regular broccoli too.
I never knew broccoli came in a can. I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, she's
I know
got
you can
the
get bacon in a
banana
can.
trees. Yeah, she's got the
You can.
patio banana trees, B. Charmin says. Oh, she does a lot of
Oh,
them. Those are nice. That's what I want. But I'm going to put mine in the ground because they'll go rampant. But, huh, okay. At least I got that one there.
patio banana trees. And lady says she was the odd kid who would ask for spinach all the time.
So here's one close to Lady D. She might have heard more about it than what we're going to get. The Associated Press is reporting 13 hours ago a federal employee was taken into custody following a active shooter hoax at New Jersey's largest military base. Now, I know it's got to be the one that's connected to Fort Dix. It's a different name other than Fort Dix, but I know they still have a part of it called Fort Dix on there, so it's probably that one. So I don't know, didn't hear about. I know several colleges across the country were all shut down and locked up for bomb threats yesterday. I don't know what the deal was on that, but never heard more about it after getting all the notifications that colleges were locked down. And then I did see a story, I think it was on Monday, that 3 separate colleges found a dead student in the dorms, or not in the dorm, that each of them had a dead college student. One was in Texas, I think one was in Pennsylvania, and I don't remember the third one. Might have been Minnesota. But one of them was on a canoe trip, and he didn't come back, and I guess he had a situation or something. So
B says, okay, so Braun Schwanger versus liverwurst. The B one is made from only pork livers, while the worst one can contain animal livers. So pick the B one. And oh no, Lady D's daughter's school was locked down last week. Did they say why it was locked down, Lady D?
I don't know. Ah, the explosive threat. Yeah, it was the same thing as the colleges, I guess, yesterday.
No. The B one is actually very good for you, great for people doing keto. Yeah, Lady, more and more of that's just happening every single day now. It's insane out there. What's going on?
Yeah, they did announce that China hackers were trying to hit the government today. So I guess, oh yeah, the government shut down. Well, not everything in the government shut down, you dumbasses. Dumbass. So, but hey, they got to try. They got to try. But yeah. So your brother's got full-size banana trees around his pool. I'm hoping it's a full-size pool and not, one of those little plastic wading pools. You know. So, be charming. Since you've gotten your solar, have you seen a drop in your electricity prices yet?
Oh, speaking of jail movies, Lady D, I found something the other day because I was doing YouTube, and I guess the algorithm brought me to this because I don't know why I've been going down this rabbit hole with watching The Sopranos and that. And this one clip came up, and it was this Charles Bronson movie I've never seen before. And I'm like, oh, I looked into that. I'm like, oh crap, a Charles Bronson movie I've never seen. I looked into it. It's called Escape from Death Block 13, and it was made in 2021, and he passed away in 2003. So I looked into it. The guy's name is Robert Bonzi. He is the spitting image doppelganger of Charles Bronson. He was a stuntman, and he was discovered. He's Hungarian, and he was discovered by the Spanish director. And now they're making all these movies with him, and they're making millions of dollars off of this guy because he looks just like Charles Bronson.
It's AI, man. It's AI. We're blaming everything on AI nowadays. So let's think October, November. I got 4 more payments on my vehicle, and it's paid for. Woohoo! And that's how I'm going to use that extra money I've been paying on that freaking vehicle to pay off another bill. So I pay that a whole lot quicker. Actually, I got 2 bills that are being paid off in February. And I'm going to have all that money to freaking pay off another one real quick. And then I'll only have one big bill remaining, and that's my rental. So, you heard they're making, what remake was that? They got a lot of remakes they're doing, which I disagree with all of them, but I guess they're going to make another Running Man remake.
Oh no, come on. That's a classic. You don't mess with that. Just like Jaws,
mean-
you don't mess with that stuff either.
But I'm trying to think that there's a couple others. I just can't think of them at the moment because I wasn't thinking about that before the stream started. But
The
yeah,
only kind of passable remake that it's passable. I mean, it was good. It was the Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, and it was the only reason it's passable is because Burt Reynolds was in it, and a few of the other old actors from the first one was in it.
yeah. Well, I'm going to call Hollywood out because Hollywood is dying. I'm still waiting for them to open up a movie studio in a different state with no liberal or pedophile freaking tendencies in the background. And yeah, make some movies because, hey, Hollywood, if you're so good and so great, why don't you remake The Godfather? Let's see you try to do that one, buddy. And why don't you make it all females? Yeah, like you did Ghostbusters. Yeah.
The first one was excellent. The second one was excellent. The third one wasn't that good. I have to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. But not that you can tell that I don't like Hollywood, because I don't. They haven't made a decent movie in all forever. They count on the same, I guess, maybe 3 to 5 writers to write stuff. And they're on this binge of, oh, let's just remake this movie. We'll use AI, we'll use special effects. It'll be a whole lot better. And then you get the super directors or producer like, oh, that's not what I envisioned when it was made. It'd be so much better if you did this. No, you already made it. You either made it or not, and then go to something new. That's all I got to say on that. But I will say one, I did love the original Call of the Wild that they made way back when. But the one that was it Mel Gibson or Harrison Ford? I want to say it was Harrison Ford. Did Call of the Wild. That was an excellent movie too. It's hard to find. And you got to rent it right now because it's not free anywhere. But when I did get to see it on Roku, it was free. And yeah, that was an excellent movie. And I know Rubberneck's like, oh, they dubbed the freaking Billionaires Bunker. Well, it's a movie from either New Zealand or Iceland, one of those countries up there. But it's still, Did you make it to the second episode at least, Rubberneck? Did you give it a chance? Because that's where freaking, if the plot doesn't get you by the time they go to the second one, then you're gonna be like, oh shit, you either like it or you hate it. And I think you'll like it. I usually don't recommend a lot of movies, but when I do, you just got to have an open frame of mind and give it a chance. Oh, you're going to wait till Thursday? Thursday, huh? Okay. Oh, but let's see what else. Let me see. No recalls have been coming up lately. That might be because the FDA's probably not working. So if you're being treated for high blood pressure or you have hypertension, did you hear about if they changed the standards for what constitutes high blood pressure? You may want to check on it. I'll give you a little bit of advice. It's not medical advice, but a little bit of advice before you go see your medical professional as you need to. Concentrate on your breathing. 5 minutes in the morning. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in with your nose, 4 seconds. Hold it for another 4 seconds. Then slowly let it out from your mouth, 6 seconds. Try that for 5 minutes, and then check your blood pressure. Of course, you're checking it beforehand, and then check it afterwards. You'd be like, "Wow, that really works." Sometimes it's just your breathing, and you got to retrain your body to breathe rightly, because when you're breathing, it usually goes, autopilot, and you don't realize you're not breathing properly. So, but yeah, I knew I had a problem with that. And after they changed the standards, because I was running like 140s, 150s, and I started doing the deep breathing stuff you know, and all that. And then I'm down to like 122, 124. Still got high blood pressure because it's over 120, which I don't agree with, but still, I'll take my little medication until I keep it under 120 and do my breathing. And I think the breathing does a lot more than the medication does, really. So, Rubberneck, when you're watching it, are you watching it? Do you watch movies and just watch to see if their lips are moving? So you're really stuck on the dub part. I'm just playing. No, anything over 120 isn't good, according to them, Lady D. Oh, I try not to see. I look at it this way: if I don't look at the lips unless they're kissing to see if they're really kissing or not, and do I want to look at the lips or do I want to read subtitles? So I'll put up with as long as you can understand what they're saying, I'll put up with the dub versus having to read subtitles. You know what you need to do is like with me, I got a TV in my kitchen because I'm constantly cooking and doing stuff. So I have it on to listen to. I listen to shows, but I don't watch the shows. I just listen to them while I'm cooking. Maybe that's what you need to do. Put it on your phone and don't watch it. Just listen to it while you're cooking. Then it won't bother you so much. Unless you know it's a movie and you just got to have that popcorn. Which reminds me, I need to get some more stuff from my popcorn. I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to binge watch the Billionaire Bunker. I'll even wait till Thursday to binge watch it. Unless, like I said, I haven't seen what's coming out. Or
All right, I'm
Carter.
back.
Welcome back, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter.
Okay, let's see. Netflix, Halo has come out. There's 2 seasons. I didn't even know they had 1 season. Of course, Alice in Borderland, the 3rd season. What's that biker movie? They had Nicolas Cage in it.
Ghost
Mm.
Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. They're showing that on Netflix. Sister Act, which I've already seen it.
Not on,
They even brought
not on the
Dirty
website.
Dancing for you dancers out there. Sweet Home Alabama. I think that one came out a couple of days ago. I don't have the list for Netflix. I'm not going to go to the website just to see what's coming out this month. We'll talk about it probably Friday. Go to Prime, see if they got anything new. YouTube is supposed to have some. Yeah, they changed some of them on the number standards B. I think it's more, yeah, 120 is still the same. Um, the the bottom numbers on the machine. Now, I think they changed, if I remember correctly, a little different. You can check on what's that medical picker website? Medical MD. I think they probably have it all there. On some of them for lower blood pressure versus higher blood pressure. I mean, one thing I've taken seriously and tried in the last week, and it really works, is this is more probably for diabetics, but I think it affects the high blood pressure too, is on your meals. Eat all your protein before you eat any carbs. And if you're going to have a carbonated drink, do that after you eat. I know some people are like, but I can't eat this. Or I got biscuits. Well, eat your biscuits after you eat all your protein. It makes your body work overtime, and the protein activates your body a whole lot better. And it slows down the carb absorption. I mean, you'll still process it, but it slows it down so it doesn't mess with your diabetes. If you got pre-diabetes, diabetes, or diabetes 2, and that should also help with your blood pressure.
Yeah, when I went to the doctor August, my last appointment, my pulse rate was 74 and my blood pressure was 120/68.
Yeah. So, but if you really, really want to know, like I said, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just informing you that it came out. I didn't agree with it. And I'll be talking to my doctor on Monday when I go to that one. But yeah. Welcome back, Lady D. Made it in time. Mike's back too. We gave him the horse shack. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, in case y'all didn't know, there's places around. So just don't breathe out your mouth. You're supposed to release it out your mouth. That's why you got hairs in your nose. It filters anything going in, and then you blow out slowly with your mouth. Believe me, that does change your blood pressure. Blowing it out your mouth versus your nose. You're making your nose work overtime. And that's how you get sinus infections sometimes, because there's something in there that shouldn't be. But don't take my word on it. You can go ahead and let them stick that big old giant long Q-tip up there to freaking grab stuff. If your brain's really itching, stick that freaking Q-tip up there. Let them scratch you with it. But I don't know. Yeah, it sucks if it's stuffed. Mine's usually because of allergies. And today's our allergy report, we're really high with weed. And I'm not talking about the Snoop Dogg type either. Oh, yeah. And while you're at it, wash your feet too. If you haven't washed your feet in a while, you need to freaking wash your feet. Especially if you walk around the house barefoot.
I never walk around barefoot. I always have my socks and shoes on. The only time I'm barefoot is when I'm sleeping or if I'm taking a shower.
There's certain rooms I will not wear. Well, most of the house I don't wear, shoes. I have slippers, but I don't wear them all the time. But the bathrooms, the kitchens, and the entryway, I definitely have shoes. But I usually take off the shoes right enter the house. I'm constantly freaking vacuuming or washing the floors. But even then, all those dust bunnies eventually freaking attach to stuff. And depending on how you vacuum, are you really just moving the dust around? Depending if you got carpet or not, because yeah.
When I vacuum, I really don't have much dust. All I have is countless animal hairs from the cats.
Yeah. Z was like, I'm barefoot everywhere except when I go in the store. Yeah. Especially if you go to Walmart. If I ever had to go to Walmart again, I'm wearing a mask. I don't care if there's no pandemic or not. Because you see some of those people in there. Oh, I got air purifiers here too, Lady D. But that's why my allergies aren't so bad here. It's just when I go outside and I forget to take my nose spray before I go outside.
Yeah, I mean, don't some of those people, look at themselves in the mirror before they go out? I'm not saying go out and dress to the nines or try to win a beauty contest, but you at least want to look halfway decent. Just look presentable.
Yeah. So I got to get with my son probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow's
Well, both my
Thursday.
sons, because they got to finish. I got to check their checklist because they're getting ready to head off to go try to get some elk. Only one's going to do the hunting, the other one's going to help carry and dress the elk once they get them. But they'll be gone for a couple of days, and yeah, I want to make sure they got everything because with this winter storm coming in over the Rockies, they really don't know what they're in for. I tell them be ready that there's going to be snow on the ground if there's not already there. So, of course, one's hoping no snow, and the other one's like, "Hey, I'll take some snow." Of course, I'm still convincing one. One will not wear a jacket, and the other will. Well, the one that's married will wear a jacket because his wife's freaking bugging. Put it on. Here's a scarf. Put some mittens on. And the single one's like, it's not that cold. Who are you trying to impress? The polar bears are not impressed that you think it's not cold when it is. Yeah, both for carrying B, and that's the reason my other son is not hunting. He's carrying the quick revolvers. They'll take down a bear. So while one's looking for elk, the other one's loaded to cover anything else that might attack them. And the big thing is to carry the elk down because they're going to get one. Yeah, in wintertime, I wear I won't even say, I guess you still call them flip flops, house slippers. I call them house slippers because they're the furry ones, keep your toes warm. I don't mind wearing socks, but I'd rather just slip my toes into a nice warm set of house slippers. nice and fuzzy, and my toes didn't get cold.
Yeah, I just got these nice pair of, it was cost 80 something bucks. The Brahmas or something, the style of boot from Walmart and that, and it's a heavy duty boot. It's steel toe, and I haven't worn steel toe in a while, so I'm getting used to them. I forgot how heavy they were because I used to wear them all the time. Then I stopped wearing them, and then yeah, but I got that before all the stuff with the price increases. I tried to get everything I could.
Yeah, but yeah, they did bring up a big point, and I can't remember. There's one YouTuber, can't remember who it is. I know some of y'all probably know who it is because you probably watched the same video when he was talking or she was talking. But yeah, some of these federal employees are going to get furloughed and laid off, and people are like, "Oh my God, they're going to be 40, 50 years old and they have to start all over again." You know how much they make in the federal government? Whole lot more than we're making. And if they ain't prepared for emergencies and they don't have stuff put aside, whose fault's that? Are they going to make a prepper welfare system that we got to pay into to freaking because they didn't be prepared when they had all the money? Oh hell no! You know, and if they blame me about the government shutdown, I blame them. They work for the government. They're part of the freaking part of the machine. Machine.
Lady
They
D
need to
says, Mike.
perform machine. Oh,
Lady D says, Mike, there will be a wood tariff now coming in October. Oh, that's just great. No, I'm all, like I said, I'm all set as far as I know for this winter, but it's going to be bad. But yeah, how much percentage is that going up, or are you just kidding with me? Because
my
I know that
overseas was going up, but
oh, really? Yeah, because they said with the furniture's going to go up, and plastic, and then I know the steel and aluminum haven't totally kicked in yet, and because I know Coca-Cola said they're going to try to use their backup aluminum that they have, and they're going to totally switch over to plastic bottles. That's what the Coca-Cola said.
you a lot are going to be pink slip too. And if they are, oh well, because they're not essential. I mean, people got to remember, don't get pissed off because they're losing their jobs and you're going to hear them whine because that's saving money. But you have to think about it. Remember when you're locked down and couldn't leave your house because you're non-essential? How long ago was that? They've had time to freaking become an essential employee, and if they're not, then maybe they should have been looking for a job a long time ago. On the tariffs, everything I've seen on the tariffs, we could do without. A lot of people are acting like, "Oh my God, I got to get something from IKEA." Do you really need to get IKEA? Maybe if you open become woke on furniture, you'll find that there's some pretty decent American made furniture. Handmade too. I don't even have one IKEA piece in my house. Oh no. It's all cheap.
Lady D says 10% global tariff on imported softwood lumber, 25% on unupholstered furniture, which still increased by 30% on January 1st. Well, all my wood I get so local, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, and it's going to increase 50% on January 1st. But,
Right,
oh wow.
see, and a lot of people don't realize the ones that are furloughed, they're supposedly on vacation until the government comes back, and then they come back to work. They get paid for all that time they're off, and they're still collecting vacation time. Have you ever had a job where you still collected your money and vacation time when you couldn't go
Nope.
to work? I guarantee
Nope.
you there's a lot of people in pandemic that didn't get any of that. Think about it. That's why I say the government shuts down, the politicians don't get paid, they don't go back to their home states. It doesn't matter what's going on until they freaking fix it to get the government going again. They should have done that 60 days ago, and all they worked on was the freaking budget to come to it. I guarantee you, 60 days with them not freaking getting a day off. Oh, they don't have it hard. They got a barber shop in Congress. They got a beauty parlor. They got restaurants there. They got everything they need. They got interns. Yeah, I guarantee those interns, the paid interns that all these congressmen and politicians have, are still getting paid, even when they don't go to work. Think about it. Those are the first ones that should go. Let these politicians, nope, sorry, no interns free or paid. You can't have any staff or whatever. You're going to think about shutting down. Take away all their freaking help and see if they can do their job without any assistance. Yep, think about it, as Rubberneck's saying. And everybody's all pissed off talking stuff. Well, Trump's going to be able to do this, or Trump's going to be, yeah, Trump can do a lot. Do you think Congress is going to freaking intervene if we have to go to war, if we get attacked? They'd be like, oh, no, we're not going to, we can't show up. Sorry.
I don't know, but something's coming down the pike because they got to do it. I mean, America's not done. It's just our economy's done. There's no paying that back. It's like an all you can eat buffet because no one's going to split the bill. They're just printing all this money, and you see how high gold and silver are right now. That's not a good sign. I mean, it's a good sign if you own it, but that's not a good sign for the dollar.
Yeah. Well, when I looked before the stream started, gold and silver, well, silver went up a little bit, up to 2%. Gold is holding steady at 39. I think it was 39. But I think at the end of the year, they're going to, silver will hit 100 still. And gold's going to hit that 4,000 mark. Now, I'm not an investor, so check with your investors and all that. But I'm just checking history and everything else. And yeah.
I heard there's a possibility that gold might hit 6.
Not before the end of the year. It's going to take a whole lot in order to hit that. It's going to take more than a war to freaking make gold skyrocket that high. And the people we have in the Fed right now, yeah, right. Me personally, I think we need to get rid of the Fed completely. If we get rid of the Fed, then we can freaking do an audit on freaking Fort Knox. Live cameras. Get Geraldo Rivera, if he's still alive, to freaking go into Fort Knox and
Yeah, it's
see.
going to be the same thing as when he did Al Capone's vault. There's going to be nothing in it.
Like cobwebs, spiders. Dun dun dun. Oh, yeah, and that's why they're doing it, B. They can't sit there and freaking, say the standards for all the youngins when they can't even freaking do 10 push-ups. Hell, even with my injuries, I could still do a lot of stuff. Hell, before I retired, I was running 2 miles with a cup of coffee and smoking cigarettes during my 2-mile run and still making the time. People said, "Oh, that's bad for you." It could help me control my breathing while I was running. And I had a 50-pound rucksack on, so think about it. I know
That's why I
there's a
say
lot.
always train with your stuff because one of my bug out bags, it's about 82 to 85 pounds. But the thing is, I put that on at least 3 times a week, and I walk around. I walk around the house with it. I go up the stairs with it. I walk around the yard with it. I train with it. I get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I am used to it. I just got to stick with it because if I slack on it and I go to have to run out with that, I'm not. It'll be it'll be difficult.
Well, the condition I'm in, I'd be lucky to have a 10-pound.
Lady D's back.
Welcome back. Da-dum. But I don't know. Hey, it's 11 o'clock. Do you know where Lady D was? I bet she was on the phone, or she had to go potty. Or maybe she was making a snack and she didn't want to tell us.
I think she snuck out and got a $9 cup of coffee at that cap, and she didn't. She's not going to tell us.
Ah, you deciphered it. See, I was just being nice calling it a snack. I bet she's walking to that store right now while she's on her phone talking to us. Look out for that crosswalk. Boom. She's texting while walking. Oh, yeah, the sickling, huh? Come on, it's only $9. You're rich. Look where you live at. You got to make a lot of money. No, all the rich people live in those blue states up there. Come on now. Get that right, Mike.
Oh yeah. Because up
I
here
know.
there's this video of the I forget where it is, but it's somewhere near Martha's Vineyard, and it's this island, and there's so many ticks on that island that everybody there has been at least bitten like at least 3 times, and you can see this guy taking this weight cloth and just going through the grass, and he picks it up, and the whole thing's covered in ticks.
Uh-huh. Oh, don't recognize it. Probably another advertisement. Yeah, I am getting notified about local news this year.
Lady D, I'm still praying for you and your family. How's your mother-in-law doing?
What? The doc can't see until the 20th. Is he that packed, or is he taking a couple of days off because the government shut down? That's crazy. Well, hopefully it's not the Chinga or the Changa virus, whatever they're freaking calling it. From that freaking, I don't know. To me, it looks like a mutated stink bug, but you know. Have you heard about that Changa virus?
Yeah, I've heard
Bug?
about that. I heard about that. I heard about the Legionnaires, and then watching some other YouTubers, and they're saying they've been getting uh not well, and that they've been going and getting tested and everything, and they don't know what it is.
So I don't go out too often, and I don't let bugs in the house. So if I see one of those things, it's either by a fly swatter or my boot. Why am I getting all these notifications? Stuff must be happening everywhere.
Yeah, because I told my sister when my niece who's going to school and that I said I used to call it all those schools are petri dishes of disease for kids.
Uh-oh. Those sound like symptoms of the werewolf virus from New York lady you were talking about earlier. Uh-oh. Werewolves in New Jersey. Ow. How's that song go?
What is it?
Werewolves in
Yeah, it's the
London.
Werewolves of London. Oh, Werewolves of London. Oh.
I saw that freaking thing. It's like, yeah, it's a clickbait one. A virus is in New York and everybody's becoming werewolves. I'm like, yeah, you stole that from the zombies. Oh man, I'm sorry, B. How's he doing now? I hear that foot in the hand thing is not a joke either. I don't wish for anybody, especially 2-year-olds. I'm like, wow, Tress, you're going a long time. Yeah, well, I have almost a whole month worth of time, and everything resets on the 3rd, so I ain't gonna be going on the 2nd, so I'll be reset on Friday. So what you having for lunch, Mike, for brunch?
I very rarely eat lunch. I always have breakfast and dinner. For dinner, I'm having crockpot spaghetti with meatballs and onions and peppers.
That's right, that's right.
What are you having?
Then I'll fry up some potato cubes and some ground beef. Maybe add some uh, stewed tomatoes in there and a couple other vegetables. Almost like goulash, but not watery. So, so yeah. But I keep saying, and people are like, "Oh, you just don't like the immigrants. They're not immigrants. They're illegals." There's a difference between the illegals and the immigrants. The immigrants get freaking medically checked when they process into America. The illegals don't. We've had rampant everything and anything going on in every freaking state that we haven't had in years. You weed everything out, think about it.
Rubbernecker says she had chicken, potatoes, onions, and peppers. Sounds good. Lady D
Ooh,
says dinner is not planned.
Reverend says tonight is Sloppy Joe night with fries. Ooh, that sounds good too. Ooh, I may have to change mine and make it Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I mean, I gotta have the spaghetti. It's already in the crock pot, but maybe that'll be something for this weekend because I haven't had a good sloppy Joe in a while.
Well, you can always make the Sloppy Joe's, have a snack of a small Sloppy Joe, like a Sloppy Joe slider, and, and then put, what do you call it? And then put the rest of the Sloppy Joe on top of the spaghetti.
That's a plan. I could do that.
Yeah, if I made Sloppy Joe's, I'd have to make mashed potatoes too, because I'd make mashed potatoes and then put some of the Sloppy Joe meat on top of the taters. Have as a meal, probably side of broccoli or something.
B's having pulled meat. Oh, she's having meatloaf, vacuum sealed, cooking tonight. Just mashed taters and cauliflower. Weekends planned for Rubbernecker to pulled pork barbecue sandwiches.
Why did he keep calling? Leave a message or freaking text.
Was it spam calls?
Yep.
Don't feel bad. I've been getting bombarded with them. It's awful.
And I think they're even going to get worse if the government shut down because the agency that monitors the spam calls is not essential. So ooh, you promised chicken. Oh, we're going over to Bees tomorrow for chicken wings. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, I did read a thing from the industry of safety to include the USDA, FDA. You can check it out on the websites if you want. But they say when you get meats from the grocery store, you should immediately take them out of those packages when you get them home. You know, the styrofoam with the little plastic moisture things or whatever they're in the plastic wraps.
Yeah, they got the white styrofoam. Sometimes you get the ones that have the black styrofoam on them too.
Yeah, I said you should take them out of that and put them in another container or sealed bags before put them in the freezer because that stuff is really bad. And depending on how long, unless you have a butcher shop like we do in our grocery store that does it daily, they don't get stuff shipped in; they do it all there. So when you get it, it has the date on there. I only get the ones that they do that day. I don't get anything past that date, so I could transfer it. It's a little bit of extra work, but hey, you can break it down. If you buy 5, 6 pounds of ground hamburger, you can separate it into bags or containers the way you make meals, and you already have them ready to go.
That's the way I've always done it. The only thing I ever pre-package is the round sausage patties of 4 of them. I just put them in there. But anything ground burger from the store, or
Yeah,
if that I make the patties, put them in the baggies, freeze them, and then I just put some in a baggie, freeze them for if I'm gonna do make a meatloaf or spaghetti or something like that. I do the same with all the chicken and that, and
yeah. That's good if you do it, and if you don't, that's why you're hearing it here because it's a safety thing. Those chemicals and all that are in there do transfer over to the meats, and then you can wash it all you want, but if the chemicals are already in the meat, you ain't gonna get them out by just rinsing them. Yeah, and it is helpful if you already know what you're gonna have. That's why I try to plan ahead before I go grocery store for the following week or two. I try to do 2 weeks worth. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. If I went now, I'd be like, okay, I'm just doing it all the way to Friday. Too much to carry and too much walking. So, but yeah, that's why I don't order my groceries to be delivered half the time. Because if I do meats, I don't want them to pick. Because I'll get the oldest meats that are there. They probably did it like on the 15th. And they're trying to get rid of it, so they put it in now. I don't want that. If they package today, that's the one I want. So I can turn on repackage it.
and plus I've heard that now you pre-order and stuff that you order it for delivery and that sometimes it says it's there and it's not, and then the prices go up and then it goes down. It's been weird.
You know,
They even
that's
have
how
it
I
in
am.
stock.
Uh huh. See, that's how I am. There's some days I don't, but the biggest thing on me, I really hate washing dishes. But if I could do pre-made meals ahead of time, that's less utensils, and while I'm cooking, I could be washing stuff. Like if I got to cut something that I didn't cut earlier, then I can rinse those utensils, put them on the rack to dry, go back to cooking. And if I use another pan or something, I can turn around and wash that. So at the end of the day, I only got like a pan I use for cooking, and of course the plates and stuff we use for eating, and the cups for drinking. Makes it really small at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, me, I'm anal when it comes to dishes because my girlfriend, well, the one that passed away, that she'd always have plates with me. Say, how come you got to do the dishes? If there's even one fork or spoon in there, I got to wash it. I wash it. If with I'll make the meal. We'll eat. I'll do the dishes. Put them away. That's always been me.
Yeah,
And she did like it though that I love to wrap Christmas presents. I wrapped my Christmas presents. I wrapped all of hers she got for her family. Then her sister had me come over. I mean, she came over and I wrapped all her presents for her too. I said I need more tape though because didn't have enough tape, but I did that. It took me a couple days, but I like
Mm.
wrapping presents.
Yeah. See, that's why I love my grocery store, which is HEB. And I ain't sponsored by them, but I love them because you could do a shopping list on there, and then you could look up the recipes. If you find any recipe on their store, and they'll tell you exactly what you need. And if you know you ain't got it, you just mark it, and then you can go to the store, and then you go down the aisles because it tells you what aisle everything is, and you can get everything. It breaks it down to if you got to buy everything off the recipe, it tells you how much it is just to buy everything for the recipe and how much it's going to cost you just to make it. So, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be you're gonna make one not two or three exactly.
She says she cooks and husband does the dishes. Yeah, my girlfriend that passed, she cooked. I did most of the cooking in that. And there was this one time, I can't believe she said this to me. I'm I'm boiling. Sorry, excuse me. I was boiling a pot of water, and she looked at me and says, "You're boiling the water the wrong way." I'm looking at her like, "What?" I'm like, really? All you do is put it in the pan, turn it on high, and boil. And she says I was doing it the wrong way. I'm like, I still can't believe she said that to me.
Uh, B. Travis's HB was nuts in Bronzeville. Was it because it was just so busy or so huge? I'm just trying to see if you went to a regular HEB or a mega store HEB. Because they got some mega stores, and man, I'm telling you, you want freshly made on the spot tortillas, they make them. Yeah, they're finding ways to don't make it at home. And I have all the contents to make it at home. I go there and they're making them fresh. Oh yeah, I'm grabbing the package, nice and fresh. They got the butter ones. They got the ones made out of spinach. They got the other ones, the red ones. I can't remember what they make those out of. But and the only bread I buy now because I make my own bread is the jalapeno bread. Until I freaking master making jalapeno bread at home the way I like it, then yeah, I'll still buy the jalapeno bread from their bakery.
I like getting the Italian bread. The only time I get the Walmart Great Value bread, but I don't really have I don't eat that. I get that for the ducks because all the geese I have they're gone now. I just have ducks now.
Yeah,
I mean they're not mine. They come from the lake and come up and they eat. All the geese are gone, I guess, for the winter.
yeah. Oh,
But it's weird. Normally the geese will stay at least until November, but they're all gone now. I haven't seen any for about yeah, even last month I didn't see any, just ducks.
yeah. They're all in New Jersey. Or the drones, if you have drones flying around there, scared them all away. They got to compete. They don't know what the hell to do with the drones.
I haven't seen any drones around here.
Oh, lady has less honeybees. That's okay. Texas got quite a few.
Yeah, actually saw my second honeybee of the year about 2 weeks ago. That's two honeybees I've seen all this whole summer. Just two of them. I've seen the bumblebees, wasps, and the yellow jackets, and just two honeybees.
Uh, I'm fine with the yellow jackets. I'm fine with the regular bees, but I do not want to see any hornets. I do not like hornets. So I deal with them. I have an agreement with the yellow jackets. They leave me alone. Don't come in the house. I'll leave them alone and not bother them. That's it.
Lady D says she didn't see a single wasp this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, something messed up's going on with the insect population and the bird population. I know a lot of people are saying that not a lot of birds in their areas or hardly any. That bird seed hasn't been touched, the feeders, and then no insects.
Yeah. Well, next spring, or this coming spring, should I say, not next spring. The only flower I'm going to be putting out besides roses is probably going to be morning glories. I'm going to see if I can attract the hummingbirds back. When I had morning glories all over my fence in the backyard, I used to have a mess load of hummingbirds. And I used to love it. I'd go out in the backyard and I'd stay away from the fence because, I mean, it's a good 30 feet and more away. But I'd see them all flying, freaking sucking up the nectar from the morning glories. And I'd go to the garage and come back in when I'm done, and they're there. For some reason, I don't know. I didn't think that hummingbirds like morning glories like they did. What's that other one that looks like morning glories? But they did here. Pokeweed, huh? Do the natural Dawn soap, vinegar, and salt. Spray that on your side. They'll keep it growing into your yard. Beach Army's like, start eating it. Ew. But I don't know. Yeah, if I don't personally grow it, I don't trust it. I don't care how wild it is. I don't even freaking get the dandelions off my freaking yard.
Especially all this stuff they're spraying in the skies.
Yeah. And then that stuff freaking flies in my yard, and I got no. That's right. If I grow it, I know it's protected. It doesn't have chemicals that all over it, and you know. The only thing I wish they'd do more of, that fly in the air and come in my yard are bluebonnets. I love me some bluebonnets. You want to talk about bees then? Oh yeah. We get the honeybees coming to the bluebonnets.
The only birds I have around here now are the little chickadees, those little tiny ones with the blue coats and the white chest.
Uh-huh.
I did see a bluebird the other day though. I couldn't believe it that they were fighting. I'm like, oh wow, first bluebird I've seen all year too.
I don't know. If you need birds, I'll tell all the ones at the mall over here to all the cackles head your way. So,
I have been seeing a lot of woolly bear caterpillars though. You know the ones with they have the red in the middle and the blacks on the side.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've been seeing a lot of them.
Wow. Oh man, excuse me. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna call it today. We're almost at 2.5 hours. And I really do need to take my meds, but in order to take my meds, I gotta eat something. So I gotta make something to eat so I can take my meds. And it's close enough to call to see my son's up and see if he's gonna come pay the rent or he's gonna make me drive and go pay the rent myself. So I really want him to give me a ride because I can go, hey, you know what else I need to do? Because he always asks, you got anything else you need to do before I take you home, Dad? Yeah, I need to go grocery store.
Oh yeah, then if you did do that, you can see if the prices are more now because of that stuff they were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The thing I like about it too, HEB's got so many of those freaking go-karts that you ride in the store. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd definitely get one of those. I ain't walking the whole time in that store. Oh no, 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 no. The managers, well, all the shift managers and the store manager already know about my situation, so they don't give me a hard time. The security guard used to freaking give me a hard time because I used to go in there. I'd park in the handicap, even though I have a handicap placard I put up. Give me a hard time. You ain't handicapped, you got a Hummer. And I just look at him. One day, the store manager freaking heard him because he was standing outside and I was walking up towards him. And then the store manager said, "Hey, so you're going to say a handicap can't own a Hummer?" And the security guard shut up at that point. He's like, "Yeah, just because you're handicapped does not mean you can't own a vehicle just like a normal person."
Have a great day, Rubbernecker.
Yeah, everybody have a blessing. And Rubbernecker, think about it. Yeah, because she likes to hear that one. But I want to appreciate everybody coming out. You are the best social chatting in all social media. Plus, you are family. Everybody else tries to use it because they lurk and hear it, and then they try to use it on their channels. Well, we've given proof. You've been around with me for years. Some of you brand new, but most of you have been with me for years. Been through the good, been through the bad, and you're still here. So think about it. Yeah. Don't listen to what they say. Just listen to what you know. And Mike, I appreciate you coming up here. Any words for the wise for chat?
Yeah, you wanna drink your water, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It's very important.
Yeah. And remember, when you take your showers, use lukewarm water. Hot water is bad for you, and cold water is really bad for you too. Lukewarm's better. But when you're washing and scrubbing, use one of those scrub brushes or use loofahs. Don't believe me? Ask B Charmin. She'll tell you everything about loofahs. Sorry, B, I had to do that. I love you, darling. Please be careful. Everybody keep what do you call it? Your head on a swivel.
Situational awareness.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I don't think I will go live, but for sure on Friday. Unless my son gives me a specific time, I got to meet with him to assist him tomorrow. I need somebody to supervise him and tell him how to do something. So, but yeah, just remember, keep stalking. It's not the end of the world. And most of all, remember, we love you. And with that, let me find that music. You think it's a slow, well, no, it's not a slow one. I don't even remember what I played at the beginning. It's the same one, it's a short one. La 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 la. I was going to play Will They Do Enough, but we know they won't because they shut the government down. So, anybody else remember what the song was? I'm looking. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we got together so we could shoot the breeze. Now, if I could find it. And I'm stalling because I'm trying to see if I can find some kind of thing to say towards the end of the song. Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
can you believe that Lady Dagger status won't pay $9 for a pumpkin spice latte?
No, I can't. She should go to the cap and get one of those delicious pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, I thought she loved pumpkin spice. Hmm. Thank you.